Hi, my name's Laura, and today I'm going to show you all about task analysis software. So first off, here's one I prepared earlier. You'll see on the screen that we have a diagram and a table. Task analysis software works by connecting both the diagram and the table. So any action taken in the diagram will also be reflected in the table. First off, let's add some more tasks to this particular Tinker offload. So I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop it, and you'll see that the task has popped in at the end here. I can continue to add tasks by dragging and dropping, or using the keyboard once you've selected a task and by pressing tab. And you'll see that it appears just down here in the table. You can also add tasks from the table as well by adding a subtask, and you see it appears in the diagram. This is really easy for people who might prefer to work in a diagram in a large meeting or in the table if you're adding more information. One other great thing about task analysis is its ability to drag and drop to move around all the different elements which you might need to do. We know that some people like to have numbers with their task analysis tasks. You can toggle that on and off from the window up here. Another thing that you might like to add is a plan. I'm going to tick the task window, and also you can show hyperlinks. People use this if they have any sort of further information or documentation about the particular aspect of the task that doesn't need to be shown on the task analysis diagram, but can be accessed from your SharePoint or OneDrive or any other online form where you can create a link. You'll see that it has popped up with this Connect Earth with a little box underneath that shows the task. So we want to complete the tasks in order for step number 2 and also to do this second. So obviously in the wrong place, let's drop it over here. You'll see that all those numbers have updated. If you wanted to add more information, we can also pop in a hyperlink. I'll use the BBC for an example. And this hyperlink link now is live. So anyone that clicks on that will be directed to the document or a website or web page or the BBC from there. I'll bring up the table for a little bit. You'll see that we have our description, the plan, the hyperlinks, and we also have a couple of different types of columns. Now, we have 3 different types. You can either have a text, a date, or a drop-down column. These are fully customizable to be whatever you need and to say whatever information you want to have in your diagram as well. Some people are making the same sort of diagram over and over. You don't need to continue to add all of these table headings in there. You can save your headers as a template. Any new diagram that you open will then have those particular headers and all the information if you have drop-down boxes there already. So looking at the possible error, we have a couple of different options there. You can also add in more straight from the column. I'll say new option 2. We'll make this one a yellow. And you can select 1, 2, 3, or as many as you need from those particular options. The date column as well as free text. If you need to reorder the columns for any reason, again, it's drag and drop to rearrange those to make sure that you have all the information that you need in the correct order. To reset the view, we're going to use the reset splitter, which brings it to a 50-50 view there. Now, you've made a great diagram. How are you going to share this with people? How are you going to let your team know what they need to do? The easiest way is to export the table to Excel. We're going to select all of these options. You can either select from the particular columns that you want to add in, or you can select them all and that will extract the information. I'll just export that one. Another way that you can share this information is by downloading an image. This will be of the diagram, or if you don't want people to have access to the software and make changes, we have a share link. So this is a live share link. I will copy this one here and paste it in my web browser. And you'll see that the diagram is updated here. I'm just going to jump back because I can show you how you can communicate more information to people. So we have this particular possible error column here, which has some pretty important information. We want to visualize this across our diagram. You can do that by using the Analyze mode. So I'm going to select possible error, and that updates the color there. So this shows us where those high risk or the possibility of error might occur on the particular task. We can also take a look at the image. So that will be from our last saved image. And when I go to the Excel spreadsheet, you'll see that it is in the exact same order as we had on our table. We've also have the possible errors listed here. They're also in color, the correct color code of that box. As we go along the tabs in the bottom, you have the settings, which I'll show you in a second, and you also have a image render of the diagram. So all the information is available in one Excel spreadsheet. Back to the diagram. Other features that will help you save time is the ability to clone an element. If you're reproducing the same information, that will drop down on the end here. You can also delete elements, rearrange them. Everything that you do in one part of the diagram is reflected in the table in the diagram as well. One of my favorite features is the pan mode, where you're able to move the diagram around, or you can hold down Shift and move the diagram here. This will take you down levels of the diagram so that you can view the first number of tasks, and you can move up to the subtasks and the further subtasks across here. You also have zoom in and zap out. The tune feature is something where you can add more information, maybe about the meeting. You can add the attendees. You can add the date or follow-up actions. You can do this by the add more information, and you have text, date, and multiple options there as well. Another way to add more information to your diagram is using the attachments, which will sit on the side panel there and not able to be seen on the diagram, but relevant information. So this is a whistle-stop tour of task analysis. If you head to our website, you'll be able to have a demonstration with me, and I can answer further questions, or you can have a free trial as well.